Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go! Good morning.
Good morning.
It's the 50th anniversary do-over day, hence the ears. We're just on our way to the Great Ceremonial House to get some breakfast, and then we'll head over to the Magic Kingdom. But if you're going to introduce a Magic Kingdom day, where better than with the Cinderella Castle right over your shoulder. So we've ordered some pastries for breakfast. We're going to go pick those up, grab a quick bite to eat, and then we are heading over to the Magic Kingdom. I'll pan down just so that you can see that I have learned my lesson from yesterday and have a jumper and long trousers on because it was cold last night.
It was
Mine train is long. So while Ross checks the tip board, a quick explanation of the 50th do-over day. We were supposed to be here on the 1st of October 2021. That was a 10-year plan. We were here for the 40th anniversary. We were supposed to be back for the 50th, but at that time when the 50th happened, we were still locked out of international travel. So ever since we booked this trip, I've always said I was going to do a 50th do-over day, and I'm going to celebrate today as if it is the 1st of October 2021. I have my 50 years on. I'm going to try as many of the 50th snacks as I can possibly fit in one day, and we're just going to do the whole day as if we were still here on that day. And I also want to do just a very quick shout out to all the vloggers and the streamers who were here on that day, because it let us feel like we were still here even though we couldn't be here in person. So like yesterday, we don't have Genie Plus, we don't have a plan. We're just going to wander around, pretty much follow the queues and see what has the shortest way and see what we can get done. Did you even go to Disney World if you're not eating a Dole Whip before lunchtime? Yep, so we have come off of Pirates. That was about a 30-minute wait.
Yeah.
Bubbles!
All the bubbles.
See, that's why you come here, the special effects are free. So we came off Pirates, that was about a 30-minute wait. Before that we were in the line for Seven Dwarfs, which if you saw my Instagram stories, the line for Seven Dwarfs in early morning opening from resort guests started at Storybook Circus. Not even Storybook Circus, it started across from Under the Sea, which is the longest line I have ever waited in for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It said it was 60 minutes, it was about 50. 45, 50. So we've been here about 2 hours now, 2.5 hours. I've managed exactly 2 rides. I'm living my best life with my Dole Whip, so I don't care. We are relaxing / hiding around the very back of Storybook Circus. So we're down here by the train station, which is sadly still closed, though fingers crossed it will open at some point during our trip. We've come around here to hide from the absolute sea of human bodies that are in the Magic Kingdom Park today. The last time we updated you, we were in Frontierland having a Dole Whip.
Yes.
We've had some development since then, so it is incredibly busy in the park today. I did cave and decide to get Genie Plus. Just looking at some of the wait times, I thought I'm just going to get it. I'm not going to complain about it, I'm just going to get it. And that was where things were no longer going smoothly.
Yes.
For some reason the app was picking up that I was in Epcot, even though everything else in the app said it was in the Magic Kingdom. So I bought Genie Plus, it went through okay, but I couldn't select any times. That meant a trek down to guest relations where a very kind cast member called Brittany helped us out. Basically, the problem was in the app, my settings were only recognising my location while I was actually using the app, so every time I came off it, it was resetting me to Epcot. So Brittany's kindly sorted that out for us, and we did get an anytime fast pass for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad as well, which will come in really handy later. Other than that, we've been just trying to navigate the crowds a little bit. We haven't done as many rides as I would normally like to have done, but we have come into the park with that in mind, knowing that with Genie Plus and with the crowds and how busy everything is now, it was going to be a little bit different. So we came in with that expectation. We're sitting here and right over the back of the camera, Chip and Dale are meeting guests. I won't spin round because people are meeting, but Chip and Dale are right in front of us as we speak. We've also had lunch at Skipper's Canteen today. I had the Irrawaddy Irma's hanger steak, and you had the Skipper Dan noodle. How spicy were your noodles?
They were burning my mouth for a good 20 minutes after leaving the restaurant, so I couldn't feel my lips for a long time. But I thoroughly recommend them to anyone.
My steak was absolutely delicious. It was perfectly cooked. The garlic rice was absolutely packed with flavour. It's a really early in the trip contender for top meal, which is really saying something considering it's our first reservation in the meal.
Yes.
So let's see how the others compare to it. So overall it's a good day, but it is a much more challenging day. I do think my first initial reaction to Genie Plus is that it is not a patch on FastPass Plus. FastPass was so easy to use, it was so intuitive, you could get a lot out of it in a day, and it was equal access for everyone. This feels in a park like Magic Kingdom like it's making things harder for everyone. There's a lot of very stressed people walking around the park, a lot of people who look really frazzled, who look really tired from waiting in line, and it's 4 o'clock in the day. I would normally expect to see that much later in the afternoon, so it does feel as if you need to use it here if you don't want to wait in lines, but it is making things harder than they need to be. So we'll watch this space. Right now I'm not sold on Genie Plus. I never really thought it was going to be a good replacement for FastPass, and obviously I don't enjoy having to pay for it at all. But we'll see how it goes the rest of today. We'll see how things pan out in the park as things start to thin out after Enchantment, I would imagine. And we'll update you later today on how the rest of Genie Plus went. What have you got, Ross?
Popcorn.
Where'd you get the popcorn?
I acquired it.
I was only gone for 5 minutes. But I like it.
Your pointer's colour?
I was just wondering. For some people, a Walt Disney World vacation is about fireworks and rides. Sometimes it's just about sitting on a wall, eating snacks.
Popcorn inward.
actual nerve of this. The nerve of it. Outrageous. Ride's not even open. Still going, just barely. Just barely. It's, what time is it now? It's like almost 10 o'clock, something like that. Something like that. So we did go to Main Street to watch Enchantment. We had to get out of that situation. We'll tell you a little bit more about it later, but essentially it was a really, really dangerous crowd situation on Main Street. I don't care what anyone says, that isn't safe down there when they cram everybody in like that. So we watched the fireworks from just across
Liberty Square.
Liberty Square we watched the fireworks from. And then we've been to Haunted Mansion, we've been to Under the Sea, we've been on Small World. So we're just having a little bit of a sit down and a rest on this wall here outside Dumbo, and having a Coca-Cola, because if I don't get some caffeine I'm going to have to lie down somewhere. And then we're going to see how many rides we can fit in now before the park closes at 11. We have one last lightning lane for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and then we'll see what we can squeeze in before we finish. Yep. Wish us luck. Made it back to the room. You can hear I'm already losing my voice. I think that's from laughing so much and screaming so much on Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday. It's actually got my throat now. So we were in the Magic Kingdom for 15 hours today. I am absolutely exhausted now. Ross is so exhausted he's already collapsed in the bed in a heap now at this point. So just a very quick wrap up on today. Overall, it ended up being quite a successful day. I think we did something like 16 rides and attractions throughout the course of the day. We had lunch at Skipper's Canteen, got loads of pictures taken, saw the cavalcade, saw Enchantment. So we did lots of things. It was a much less chilled day than yesterday. It wasn't without its challenges. I feel much more tired and drained today than we did yesterday. I had a lot of fun, but I'm glad that we're doing a rest day tomorrow. We're just going to have a really, really relaxed day, hang around the pool, hang around the resort, do a lot of walking around the resort, do a little bit of exploring, and just take it really, really easy and give the legs and feet a rest before we start hitting the other parks. Highlight for me today, there was a few different ones, probably seeing Enchantment from the position that we saw in finally. It was just really nice and relaxed, sitting on a wall over at the Sleepy Hollow area. In fact, no, it wasn't Sleepy Hollow, it was Liberty Square. Just watching the fireworks through the trees, hearing the soundtrack that we've been hearing on videos for such a long time was really, really nice. Just being on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad again, being on Pirates again, all the rides really. Wasn't too many, there weren't too many new experiences. Low point, I would say, for me was the situation in the hub just prior to Enchantment starting. We got to the hub around about 7:15, 7:30, something like that. It was really crowded, really packed as you would expect, but this was the first time in all the years we've been coming to Disney that it felt really, really unsafe. And there were lots of people climbing over other people who were sitting down, people were tripping, people were dropping things on other people, and then when it got to the point where the cast members asked people to stand up and move forward, it really became a search situation. It began to feel dangerous. There were a couple of situations where people were trying to move around and it was becoming an actual crush, and we just need to get out of there. And it was probably the only time I felt a little bit unsafe at Disney and a bit let down that they weren't managing that situation better. We ended up having to guide a mother and our 2 kids out behind us just to try and get all of us out of that situation, because everybody was really panicked and feeling really unsafe at that point. But that aside, it did end well. We obviously got to see Enchantment from a much better position and got to see the park all lit up for Christmas, which was absolutely gorgeous. And other than that, I am going to go and crash into bed, get some sleep, and we'll see you in the morning. Thanks for watching. If you like this, hit that button, subscribe, do all those kind of things that I'm far too tired to remember to talk about tonight. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.